Three doors stood in front of him. One was wide open and bright. One was half open and quiet. The last one was dark, heavy, and locked. A voice said softly, "You may open only one. The door you choose will decide your future." Most people think life gives them many chances, but the truth is, life often gives you only a few big choices, and once you choose, there is no going back. This is the story of one young man who stood before three doors, and how his choice decided whether he stayed stuck or built real wealth. Once upon a time, in a busy town full of noise and movement, there lived a 26-year-old man named Elias. Elias was not poor, but he was not rich either. He worked long hours, earned a regular paycheck, and paid his bills on time. From the outside, his life looked fine, but inside, Elias felt uneasy. Every night, he lay in bed staring at the ceiling. His mind was full of questions. Is this all my life will be? Why do some people grow wealthy while others stay stuck? Am I taking the right path or just the safest one? He watched others around him. Some chased quick money and lost everything. Some played it safe and never moved forward. And a few seemed to grow quietly, steadily, without noise. Elias wanted more than just money. He wanted freedom. He wanted confidence. He wanted to feel proud of his choices. But he didn't know which direction to take. One evening, after another long and tiring day, Elias took a walk outside the town. The sky was dark and the air felt heavy. He walked without a plan, lost in thought. Suddenly, he noticed a small building standing alone near the road. It looked old but strong. There were no signs, no lights, no people. Curious, Elias pushed the door open and stepped inside. That is when he saw them. Three doors. Each one looked completely different, and above them, written on the wall, were these words: "Every life is shaped by choice, risk, and patience." Elias felt his heart beat faster. He didn't know why, but he felt this moment was important. Elias stepped closer to the first door. It was wide open. Bright light poured out from inside. He could hear laughter, familiar voices, and the sound of busy footsteps. This door felt comfortable. Above it, a simple sentence was written: "This path is safe." Elias hesitated for a moment, then stepped inside. Immediately, he found himself in a long hallway filled with people who looked just like him. They were walking in neat lines. Everyone wore clean clothes and carried small bags. Some smiled, some looked tired, but no one looked surprised. Elias walked beside a man about his age and asked, "Where are we going?" The man answered without stopping, "To work, then home, then sleep, then back again." Elias looked around. The hallway was clean and well lit, but it never seemed to change. There were clocks on the walls, but their hands moved very slowly. As Elias walked, years passed without him noticing. His hair slowly turned gray, his shoulders bent forward. He realized something strange. No one here was starving, but no one was free either. They earned money, but only enough to survive. They avoided risk, but also avoided growth. They waited for permission. They waited for retirement. They waited for life to finally begin. Elias stopped walking. He turned to an older woman standing nearby and asked, "Did this path give you what you wanted?" She smiled sadly and said, "It gave me safety, but safety was the price I paid for my dreams." Those words hit him hard. Elias felt a tightness in his chest. He understood now. This door represented the path many people choose: the safe job, the predictable routine, no risk, no failure, but also no big reward. Elias slowly backed away. As he stepped out, the light faded behind him. The door remained open, waiting for anyone who wanted comfort over growth. He turned back toward the room. 2 doors remained. Elias walked toward the second door. It was half open. Soft music came from inside. He could hear people cheering, laughing, celebrating. This door felt exciting. Above it were these words, "This path is fast." Elias took a deep breath and stepped inside. Instantly, bright colors surrounded him. Lights flashed, screens showed numbers rising quickly. People held expensive items in their hands and smiled proudly. A young man rushed past Elias and shouted, "I made money in 1 week, no hard work." Another voice said, "This is the secret nobody tells you." Elias felt his heart race. This was the path many people talk about online. Quick wins, easy money, no patience required. Elias walked deeper. At first, everything looked perfect. People wore luxury clothes. They spoke loudly and confidently. But then Elias noticed something strange. Behind the smiles, many faces looked tired. Some people checked their screens constantly, afraid the numbers would fall. Others argued, blaming each other. Suddenly, a loud sound echoed. A screen went dark, then another. People began to panic. "What happened?" Elias asked. A whisper said, "The shortcut works until it doesn't." The floor beneath them began to shake. The lights flickered. People dropped what they were holding and ran. Elias saw fortunes disappear in seconds. Some fell into debt. Some lost trust. Some lost confidence in themselves. Elias felt fear rise inside him. He realized this door represented the risky path without wisdom, risk without learning, speed without skill. This was not a business mindset. This was gambling dressed as success. Elias turned and ran back toward the door. As he escaped, he heard a voice behind him say, "Fast money teaches slow lessons." He burst back into the room, breathing hard. The second door closed slowly behind him. Only one door remained, the darkest one. Elias stood in front of the third door. It was dark, heavy, closed tight. There was no light, no sound, no promise. Above it were these words, "This path requires courage." Elias felt fear. This door didn't invite him. It didn't promise comfort or speed. It offered nothing but uncertainty. For a moment, he thought about turning back. The first door was still open. The second door looked tempting from a distance, but something inside him whispered, "If you want a different life, you must choose a different path." Elias placed his hand on the door. It was cold. He pushed. The door opened slowly, making a deep sound that echoed in his chest. Inside, there was no crowd, only a narrow road stretching forward. The road was rough, uneven, quiet. Elias took one step. Nothing happened. Another step. Still nothing. There were no cheers, no shortcuts, no instant rewards, only effort. As he walked, Elias felt tired. He stumbled. He fell. More than once he thought, maybe I chose wrong. But then he noticed something. With every step, he learned. He learned how money worked. He learned patience. He learned discipline. He studied skills. He made small investments of time and energy. He failed, adjusted, and tried again. Days turned into months. Months turned into years. Slowly, the path became clearer. Elias began to see others walking the same road. They didn't talk much. They focused on their craft. These were builders, thinkers, people with a true business mindset. They understood risk, but they respected it. They didn't rush. They didn't quit. One day, Elias looked back. The road behind him was long, but ahead the path widened. Light appeared in the distance. He realized something powerful. This door didn't change his money first. It changed him. His confidence grew from earned success. His wealth grew from smart decisions. His freedom grew from discipline. This was the success path few people choose, not because it's impossible, but because it demands patience.
Elias smiled. For the first time, he felt calm. Elias stopped walking and looked around. The path was quiet now. The noise from the other doors was gone. Ahead of him stood the same room where it all began. The 3 doors were there again, but something had changed. Elias had changed. A calm voice filled the room, steady and clear. "Now you understand," the voice said. Elias looked at the doors one by one. The first door was still bright. It offered safety without growth. The second door still glowed with color. It promised speed without stability. The third door stood firm, simple, strong. The voice continued. "The safe path keeps you comfortable but small. The fast path makes noise but collapses easily. The growth path builds slowly but lasts." Elias finally understood the real truth about wealth building. Wealth is not luck, it is not speed, it is not avoiding risk. True wealth is the result of smart risk-taking, patience, and consistent effort. Most people never reach it because they want results without responsibility. A real success path demands learning before earning. It demands discipline before freedom. It demands courage when nothing is guaranteed. Elias realized something else. Every day, people stand in front of these 3 doors, not in a room, but in real life. When you choose comfort over growth, you open the first door. When you chase shortcuts without skill, you open the second. When you invest in learning, skills, and long-term thinking, you open the third. The voice grew softer. The door you choose today shapes your future tomorrow. Elias took one last look at the doors. Then he turned and walked forward, not toward any door, but toward his own path. He was no longer searching, he was building. This story is not just about Elias, it's about you. Every decision you make is a door. Some feel safe, some feel exciting, and one feels difficult but meaningful. The question is simple: which door are you choosing? If this story made you think, give it a like. If it reminded you of someone you care about, share it. Comment below which door you believe leads to real success. And if you want more stories that teach mindset, wealth building, and real-life lessons through simple English, subscribe to Golden Growth Set. Thank you for watching. Until the next story, stay focused, take smart risks, and keep building your future.